Salute. It is I, the toughest of all things, Tough Stino. Please hit that like button, subscribe, all right, for more content. Turn that notification bell on, and let's get into it, man. A couple of months ago, what was it, about a year ago or something like that? Whenever this was, champ, I did a live on it. And I remember when these SS's, champ, all right? We're going to say SS's. When these SS's kept happening, I started to do some research about 4chan, about these other websites, bro, that harbor these racist people. And one thing that I remember saying is that the video game Call of Duty is somewhere where these racist people find the young, impressionable racist people, and they bring them to different forums, all right? Because when you're on games like Call of Duty, the first thing you're going to hear is the hard ER being dropped, especially if you have a voice like mine. You're going to hear the hard ER, that's it, all right? And I said that I believe that, you know, although they're talking to me, there's probably a older racist person that hears that and sees the golden child within the young racist boy, and he recruits him, all right? Call of Duty is where the recruiting happens for these attacks. That's what I said, okay? And it comes to fruition that the parents of the Uvalde, Texas SS attack are thinking the same thing. Call of Duty is being sued by the families of the Uvalde, Texas SS. They're also suing IG and the creator of the AR-15. I don't believe that the creator of the AR-15 should be sued. That nigga just created a gun, all right? But everything else, yes, I can see that. I don't know about Instagram, maybe 4chan, maybe something like that, champ. Definitely Call of Duty. The lawsuit alleges that the shooter purchased a weapon after learning about it on social media and playing Call of Duty. And as I said, Call of Duty will teach you exactly how to modify these weapons. Families of Uvalde school SS victims sue Meta and Activision Blizzard. They claim Instagram and Call of Duty groomed the teenage gunman. Lawsuits argue these platforms help gun makers target teens, leading to the tragedy. And I believe that that's also a fact. It's not just the fact that I don't think they target the teens, but it is a place where some recruiting happens. If your child is on Call of Duty and they're saying the hard ER, 9 times out of 10, there is an older person that's in the same lobby that's listening to him. And he's going to reach out to him. Yeah, he's going to show him more stuff. He's going to put propaganda into his head like, yo, these are actually bad people. We should get rid of them. I'm telling you that happens. I said it first before this even came out. Y'all can look back at my shit. I'm the one who said this first. This case challenges federal immunity through Section 230, which protects tech companies from user actions on their platform, all right? And we're going to go into the whole shebang, all right? Here we go. Instagram and Call of Duty groomed. Yo, it's crazy, bro. I said this shit first, champ. Instagram and Call of Duty groomed the 18-year-old gunman who unalived 19 fourth graders and 2 educators in the 2022 Robb Elementary School massacre in Uvalde, Texas. 2 bombshell lawsuits allege. Families of the young victims filed the lawsuits, one in California and the other in Texas, on Friday, the second anniversary of the deadliest SS in history. According to the documents, the social media channel and the video game's parent company, as well as the maker of the AK-47 style firearm that Salvatore Ramos used, helped train and equip the teenager for the mass unaliving. And you know what? Not only that, but what I think the parents need to talk to me, because I'm telling you, bro, they are not doing that with just the video game. It's the culture. Somebody brought them into that culture of that type of shit. That's what happened. That's just where the people are being recruited. They're being recruited on places like that. They're being recruited on Call of Duty. They're being recruited and they're being brought to 4chan where they can show them all the propaganda and all the things that make them actually snap, okay? There is a direct line between the conduct of these companies and the Uvalde massacre, said Josh Koskov, an attorney for the families. All right. He also says this three-headed monster knowingly exposed him to the weapon, conditioned him to see it as a tool to solve his problems, and trained him to use it. What problems did he have without the propaganda, bro? This is what they gotta understand. Somebody doesn't just play a video game and decide, oh, I'm gonna do this shit in real life to a certain specific group of people or whatever. No, champ, they don't. That don't happen. What happens is they get hit with the propaganda, champ. They get hit with the propaganda. They get recruited, champ. According to the lawsuits, Ramos played Call of Duty since he was 15, including one version that allowed him to effectively practice with the same version of the rifle he would later use in the massacre, making video game publisher Activision Blizzard the most prolific and effective marketer of an assault weapon in the United States. I believe that's fact. Nobody promotes weapons better than Call of Duty. Nobody. There's not one game that promotes the weapons that has a culture like that besides Call of Duty. I do give them that. In the same filing, the families also accused Instagram of failing to enforce its own rules that allow gunmaker Daniel Defense to advertise and sell his deadly wares on the internet. Now, if he purchased the weapons on Instagram, they should definitely be able to sue Instagram. One such ad featured an image. Yo, that's crazy. One such ad featured an image of a person taking an assault-style rifle out of the trunk of a car, along with the caption, "Refuse to be a victim." The second lawsuit filed in Texas accused Daniel Defense of violating state law by allowing Ramos to open an account on their online store before his 18th birthday. Ramos ultimately ordered the weapon through the internet and picked it up at a Uvalde gun store where he purchased a second firearm, all right? And this is the same type of weapon that he used during the massacre, which is crazy. The company also alleged connected with new customers through social media and Call of Duty. Simultaneously on Instagram, the shooter was being courted through explicit aggressive marketing. In addition to hundreds of images depicting and venerating the thrill of combat, Daniel Defense used Instagram to extol the illegal, murderous use of the weapons, all right? The family's attorney said in a statement. A spokesperson for Activision told the Post that we express our deepest sympathies to the families in Uvalde, but added that millions of people around the world enjoy video games without turning horrific acts, all right? Neither Meta nor Daniel Defense responded to requests for comment. The newest lawsuits come just days after some victims of the family filed the $500 million lawsuit against Texas state police officials and officers who were part of the botched law enforcement response that day, which they should get that money. More than 370 federal, state, and local officers responded, but waited more than an hour to confront the shooter inside the classroom as students and teachers lay dead, dying, or wounded. And I do feel like they should get some money from the state. And what I feel like they're trying to do is, I feel like they're actually trying to put more blame on the gun and the game instead of the culture, right? So when they attack the culture, they have to attack their own culture. When they attack the culture, they have to attack their own culture. In order for the government to fix this, in order for city officials or whoever, police to fix this, they have to attack racism. They have to attack the culture of hate being a part of these games. They have to do that. I've been playing Call of Duty probably longer than that young man has been playing Call of Duty. And I've never once thought about, doing that shit. But when you're being cultivated, when you're being taught to do these things by older people on these games, if you're playing this game for 10 hours a day and you got, you know what I'm saying, an older person that's coaxing you into doing certain things, that's when it happens. They need to look into 4chan, and they need to look into other websites as well, like forums, all right? But listen, let me know what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all think that the families will win this lawsuit? Do y'all think that they should be able to sue Call of Duty and Activision for what happened at the Uvalde school? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.